What's up, Warriors fans? Chase Sr. here with Chat Sports, and if you clicked on this video, you're probably a fan of the Golden State Warriors. So if you haven't already, you have to subscribe to Warriors Today here on Chat Sports. Why is that? We're pushing out 3, 4, sometimes 5 Warriors videos every single week, and we're going to bring you all the latest news and rumors. We also have 14,300 subscribers on the channel. We want to continue to build that. So join the family. It's at youtube.com/WarriorsTV, and all you have to do is hit that big red button down below. Welcome into Warriors Today here on Chat Sports. I'm Chase Sr. We're going to kick it off with some juicy conjecture that I'm sure has a bunch of Warriors fans fired up. And it all centers around the Golden State Warriors star player, one of the best shooters of all time, Steph Curry. So let's set the foundation here, because Curry and Golden State did not agree to a contract extension before the December 21st deadline. Next season, Curry is set to earn $45.7 million, and his current deal expires after next season. So, what does all of this mean? Let's dig into it a little bit, because it is very interesting what's going on between Curry and Golden State, because they have talked about a new deal, even though they didn't reach a deal. And Curry has said recently, 1,000%, I want to finish my career with the Golden State Warriors. And by not signing, Curry has a lot of the leverage here, because if he continues to play at an MVP clip like he is currently playing right now, Steph Curry could possibly garner even more money after next season, which is crazy to think about with these NBA player contracts. So let's move on to what Kendrick Perkins had to say about Curry's potential future. And he said it might not be with Golden State. On the jump yesterday, he said, I think that the Warriors should be aggressive ahead of the NBA trade deadline, meaning go out there and maybe trading an Andrew Wiggins and getting back a Victor Oladipo to show Steph Curry that we are going to surround him with help and show Steph that we're going to get better, not just for this year, but for next year, so that when he signs his contract, you can lock Steph in. Kendrick Perkins continued by saying this on the jump, because with Steph not signing his contract before that aforementioned December extension, yes, I get it. He's going to get more money, but it's no guarantee. And we all saw the joy, we saw the laughter in the All-Star game between him and LeBron James, chest bumping and high-fiving. Hey, look, I'm telling you right now, I don't put anything past anyone in the NBA. And look, we've certainly seen some crazy things happen in the player movement era that is currently taking place in the NBA. And a lot of this speculation happened because LeBron James tweeted this after the All-Star game. These are two superstar players who have butted heads in NBA Finals before. They've never even played together in an NBA All-Star game prior to this year. So LeBron took to Twitter after the All-Star game and said, finally got to share the floor with Steph and Curry. Well overdue, and I loved every single second. Hashtag greatest shooter of all time. Facts, LeBron. Hashtag changed how the game is played by himself alone. Also facts. Respect beyond words. Just some kids born in Akron. Interesting fact there. Steph Curry and LeBron James were both born at the same hospital in Ohio. So given what Kendrick Perkins said, given the tweet that LeBron James had put out there, I'm sure many Warriors fans are panicking. And I am here to be the voice of reason for all the Warriors fans out there. There's no need to panic. I don't think Steph Curry is going anywhere. I think he's going to remain with Golden State. He has said that he wants to finish his career in the Bay. And, hey, if he continues to play at this MVP level, you have to do what is best for yourself. And for Steph Curry, that could be potentially making even more money. So it's all about leverage when it comes to contract situations. Also, if I'm telling you not to panic, President of Basketball Operations for Golden State, Bob Myers, is also telling you not to panic. So we're on similar sides here. Me and Bob Myers, both good guys if you want to get to know us. Bob Myers said a couple weeks ago, Steph Curry could sign a 4-year deal after this season or a 5-year deal after that. It wasn't anything that was difficult. I feel pretty good about him wanting to be around. I don't personally have any besides the paranoid fears that everybody has that aren't really rational besides once in a while. Well, if that's what happened, but those aren't based on fact. So There you go from Bob Myers. He's telling you not to panic. Chase Sr. here telling you not to panic. But I want to gauge how the audience is feeling out there. How are you feeling about what Kendrick Perkins said about Steph Curry potentially going to the hated Lakers? Hop into the comment section. This is your opportunity to join the show. If you are irate at this conjecture, type I. If you're worried, type W. If you think this is fake news and pure speculation, type S. Let's move on to the Golden State Warriors' latest news and rumors, as we are about a week and a half from the NBA trade deadline. And the most recent name to surface, Aaron Gordon of the Orlando Magic. According to Bleacher Report, Gordon is indeed available, and there are some suitors for the big man. The Warriors, Nuggets, Rockets, Mavericks, all interested. And what do the Magic want in return? They want some draft picks and young players for their former first-round pick. Here's a look at what Aaron Gordon is doing so far this year. 13.5 points per game, 7 rebounds, 4 dimes per night. And given his size, given where he plays on the floor, his field goal percentage, not all that great. So there is room to grow for Aaron Gordon. He's been just okay. He would be a solid upgrade, though, and we'll get to that here in just a second. But what does the audience think? Are you interested in Aaron Gordon? Hop into the comment section, type 1 for yes, and type 2 for no. For me, this is what it comes down to with the Warriors and Aaron Gordon. You don't want to overpay for a good player. And there's a saying out there, you don't pay great for good. Aaron Gordon, he's a good player, and that's about it. Not the superstar that many people had thought he was going to be coming out of the University of Arizona. Now, he has developed his game from being that high-flying player that he was in the college ranks. This is what Aaron Gordon would give the Warriors or any team that decides to go after him. A really good defensive presence, because on that end of the floor, Aaron Gordon is absolutely underrated. So don't overpay for a solid and good player if you're the Golden State Warriors, as those rumors circulate that Golden State is indeed interested in Aaron Gordon. And part of my point in why you don't want to just unload the farm for a player like Aaron Gordon, the Warriors right now, they're just okay. Watched them last night against the Los Angeles Lakers, and they have a lot of holes on the defensive end of the floor. And I'm not sure the Warriors are going to improve much defensively, which, as a playoff team, that's going to hurt them. Because you look at the Western Conference standings here, there's a lot of room that the Warriors have to make up in order to make a serious run in the playoffs. And if you ask me, I'm kind of worried about the Warriors' playoff hopes moving forward because of the holes defensively. When you look at that second unit on Golden State, they're not all that deep. You never know night in, night out what you're really going to get from that second unit. So after Steph Curry, this is an inconsistent team that does have some holes. I don't like the depth, and I don't like the defensive upside for the Warriors team. And when you figure in some of those potential playoff ramifications, I'm not too high on Golden State as we stand here today, a week and a half away from the NBA trade deadline. So what do you think? Should the Warriors buy or sell? If you want them to buy and be all in, type B. If you want them to sell, type S for sell. Talk about that performance against the Los Angeles Lakers. Lakers were making it rain from the outside, and they were just carving up Golden State. So as we sit here today, last week on NBA Live, I had said I want the Warriors to go all in, because when they're at the top of the NBA standings and this team is clicking and they're at full strength, they are must-watch TV. But the Warriors aren't what the Warriors were when they were in that dynasty mode. So I'm thinking and leaning right now that I think the Golden State Warriors should probably sell. I talk about that Warriors dynasty, right? Well, a big part of that dynasty was Klay Thompson. Isn't it wild to think that Klay Thompson hasn't played in nearly 2 years, and the string of bad luck that this superstar has run into is so unfortunate. He's currently recovering from that torn Achilles after he tore his ACL in the 2019 NBA Finals, and he hopes to be ready at some point next season. That's what he said when he met with reporters a couple days ago. And here's what Klay Thompson had to say, speaking publicly for the first time in a while. And he was pretty blunt, pretty honest. Klay Thompson, I don't expect to come back balls to the wall 38 minutes a night like he was, guarding the best player, running around 100 screens a night. I'm going to get to that point eventually, I guarantee that, but I've talked to trainer Rick Celebrini about it a lot. It might be 20 minutes to start the season, 18 minutes, maybe a restriction. We'll see where I'm at. This is usually a 12-month process with the Achilles, and that'll take me to mid-November. So, Warriors fans, you're looking at a potential November return later here in the calendar year for Klay Thompson to return to the Golden State Warriors. He also was honest about how 2020 went for him. And we know that Klay Thompson has a great personality and likes to show that off a lot. He's also pretty honest, as I mentioned, and he was honest about the mental state that he was in, which is kind of difficult to fathom and read because of the life and exuberance that Klay Thompson brings about himself, right? He said 2020 was one of the worst years of his life because of the losses of Kobe, the loss of his daughter Gigi. Klay Thompson also saw his grandma pass away, and recovering from that torn ACL back in 2019, as well as the torn Achilles prior to this season, and factor all of that in with the fact that we've been dealing with a global pandemic and Klay Thompson has run into some difficult times. But hey, it's everybody's hope that Klay Thompson is going to get healthy. He gets his mental in line, if you ask Marshawn Lynch. And when he's back on the court, my goodness, one of the best players in the NBA, is one of the best shooters of all time. You look at the numbers from 2017-18, 2018-19, when Klay Thompson was at the peak of his powers. We're talking about a lethal offensive force who on the defensive end of the floor can also lock down the opposing team's #1 offensive option. So, hey, this is what I want you to do. Given what Klay said, spam the comments, hop in the comment section, and wish Klay Thompson, a Warriors and NBA great, well as he continues to recover from that torn Achilles. So, hey, we are putting out videos all week long on the latest news, rumors, trades, signings, and all that and much more on the Golden State Warriors. So if you haven't done so already, subscribe to Warriors Today and hit that big red button down below.